Hello, this is Titus Rehard, and this is my CSC313, the Graphics and Visual Computing class, Assignment 1. It's called the Donut Assignment. So we can run this. We see our shape is moving, it's rotating, it's flashing up and down a little just because it's being run in the terminal, and I can size this different a little bit. It's running the terminal, it's not a GUI. It's not perfect. It's slightly off sometimes, but that's just because we're running the terminal auto-scrolling. So you can see the shape has been changed. It's not a donut anymore. It looks more like, I don't know, a red blood cell. It doesn't have a hole in it. It has indents on both sides. It rotates. The characters change to show the brighter sections and the darker sections. Yeah. That's it running. Let me walk you through how it works. So for this assignment, everything in blue here obviously is taken from the textbook. We were not supposed to change, or we were not required to change very much. I just changed these two values, the inner and outer radius, to make, instead of a donut, the red blood cell look. So to walk you through how this works, the class is public spinning donut, right? If we don't throw exceptions, then we do this. We have the width and the height of the console window, which would be, in my case, I'm running it in the terminal, so it's the amount of characters and lines that you are left to right and up and down. And then these are the variables for, or some of them are constants because they don't change, but these are the variables or constants for the object, the shape, my red blood cell. A and B are more positional to hold the position, and they work with the angles, calculate how the shape rotates. And then what I changed was R1 and R2, R1 being the external radius and R2 being the internal radius. I shrunk the internal radius so that there's no hole in the middle, and then that would shrink the entire thing, so I increased the external radius so it looks more like a red blood cell. Then we have our spacings. The brightness character array is interesting. Basically what happens is from left to right we have characters with, call it more pixels, so that I can put, the @ symbol somewhere that I want to have, it's a brighter area, and I put the period somewhere I want it as a darker area. Now we loop while true, so this never comes out of the loop. First we put just a few empty lines to separate each, call it frame, from each other. They're not, butting up top to bottom, right, attached on top of each other. We want them a little bit separated so you could see it and they don't look like they're morphing up and down. And then Z is a array. It stores doubles, and it's the width and height. We're going to have, basically, Z is, to simplify Z, it's the positional, it's an array of positions, and character B is an array of characters. And they work together because the characters in B get put in the positions in A. It'd be like a map where you pair two things and store it together, basically. So first we iterate through it all, just basically clear stuff. Then we go, right here is a lot of the math for what the shape looks like. And then down here we have the math for the rotation of the object. We set the positions, we set the rotations, and based on the positions and rotations, then we calculate the luminance, which is the brightness, which does even more math. And this it basically pretends like we have a light source coming down from the top to show what the brighter sections are, what the darker sections are. And then once that's all figured out and calculated, the luminance index is updated. And then the luminance index is capped, so it goes for a certain number of characters, but it can't be 500 characters or 500. It can't have a size of that big, because what it does is it actually picks the characters in the character array of brightness and puts them in brightness at the index in B, so that, like I said up here, B stores the brightness characters in position Z, and then we render it all, print it all out. and we update A and B, which change the rotation for the next frame, basically. We sleep for a certain time. Here it's 50 milliseconds, just because if you kept this really small, it would be going so fast that I think the flashing would be worse. So I didn't change that. But this is what this is. Again, this one, because it's assignment 1, and the goal is just to get familiar with these things, start playing with it. We were not required to change very much, just slightly change the shape, which I did. Change it from a donut to more of a red blood cell look. So yeah, thank you so much.